How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. Today's video is all about bush hogging, brush hogging, rotary cutting, whatever you want to call it, right? You need to watch the whole video because I cover all kind of things about what to look for, how to find stumps, how to be careful, keeping your head on a swivel. I cover all that, especially for beginners or someone who's not really familiar with operating a brush cutter behind their tractor. So some really valuable tips, but I don't cover them like, hey, this is step one, this is step two. I actually cover them throughout the entire video. So make sure you watch the whole thing so that you get the whole experience. So hopefully it makes you a better, safer operator when you're, I mean, a bush hog's a pretty violent implement, right? So be careful on it, and here's some good tips to keep you safe. Today we're using the 7-foot Homestead Implements Pinnacle Series bush hog. At any time today, if you have any questions about tools, tractor, implements, or t-shirts, and you want to think about looking at them online or purchasing some, I'll leave all the links in the description below. Even got some discount codes, especially for Homestead Implements. You know, they're a partner of the channel, so you can save 5% with Hank 5, or you can save 10% if you're a US veteran with US Vet 10. All that is in the description below. But man, this thing is a beast. When I'm telling you, super heavy, 7 foot wide, and I've been cutting on it like you read about. I don't know if y'all saw that video where me getting stuck in the mud, but look how dirty my tractor is. So what I'm gonna do before I bush hog, I'm gonna check the oil in my gearbox, and I'm gonna clean my air filter. That way it will be ready to go. I'm just gonna nick this corner right here first, and then I'll show you some more stuff that we're cutting later. Check my oil in my gearbox right quick. Wouldn't you know it, I'll use an adjustable wrench. It's a 9/16, but you just want to crack this open a little bit until you see the fluid running out of it. But this is the second day that I've had the bush hog, so I want to make sure that it's still got enough fluid in it and stuff. There it goes, yeah. See the oil leak out? Just standard gearbox oil, 80W90. Now I will clean my air filter. I usually beat this thing on something. Alrighty, a little pre-inspection service is done. I'll probably end up putting this in behind my seat so that when I'm out in the middle of the field here, let's see if it'll fit. It might ride like that. Let me see. It might bounce around a little bit, but while I'm out in the field, I'll have that to blow off the radiator with. Let's see how much fuel this thing's got. A little over half a tank. I'm gonna go top off right quick. You wanna make sure that all your equipment's working properly before you get out there. It never takes too much time to check it before you get out into the field. It takes more time to repair it than it does to check it before you get out there. I think it took about 3 gallons, something like that. One thing that I really like about having a cab tractor, besides the fact I've got AC when I'm bush hogging and don't have to worry about all this dust, is mirrors. It's kind of weird. I never really thought about it until I had a cab tractor. I really like having mirrors where I can just kind of poke out the side and see what's up with my implement. One nice thing about a 7-foot wide bush hog is it makes quick work of whatever you're going through. I mean, just a couple of backups and boom, I was done with that section of ditch. Now I'm going to go down the ditch here. I might not have to back up on this one, I'll see. And then I gotta get the other side. Get up in here so I can get this ditch cut. One thing about bush hogging is it's hard on your neck. I got the ditches clean. Now we'll go back over this side, behind the house. Work on it for a minute. Work on some of this thick, nasty stuff. I always start in low RPMs and then rev my machine up. Less stress on the tractor and the implement. And I've got my grapple down real low so that I find any stumps before my bush hog hits it. That's some big nasty stuff right there, man. I got the bush hog setting up pretty high. Like I say, I don't need to cut grass with it. I just need to knock some of this stuff down. That's nasty. Let's take a look at what we've done. Look how much better that looks. I could go, I think I could go, well, I know I could. Just take this out right here above this little skinny pine. Go ahead and clean this up right here, and then you'd have a better look down there. It comes out here, so I could get rid of this little clump of trees right here. There's a big, I see a big pine stump in there, and I think that's it. Other than that, I think the bush hog will get everything else. I don't know, maybe we'll try that later. We'll clean up some of this area too here. This is, look how nasty that is. But you can see the bush hog went right through it. This was where I backed up into that, so I could hit this place. Is careful. You just got to be real careful. A lot of these stumps are getting rotten here, so they're not doing too much damage. But this is where you want to buy a bush hog that has a slip clutch. You don't really want to take shear pins with you out into this thick, nasty stuff like this, because you'll be changing shear bolts every 5 minutes. But I kept a look at my temperature gauge. Everything is fine on my temperature gauge. So now I just got to cut the rest of this stuff. Man, we're going to make it look beautiful out here. It's already looking great. And we've only been out here, what, 20, 30 minutes? All right, I just blew off my tractor with the blower. So now I'm ready to go. I'll be back with you in just a minute. I don't know what kind of loop I'm making. I'm just driving. I'll tell you another thing I like, having washer fluid in the front window. Switch it up a little bit and go back the other way. Really have to keep your head on the swivel. So there's some telltale signs that you can use to see if there's a stump in your way. And that's different types of grass. As long as you take your time, because I'm in the first gear all day. Just go slow, keep your head on the swivel. And don't try to overwork your equipment. You'll be fine. But look at the grass. You can see what grows up beside stumps. So it's like a darker grass. And I've got my grapple down low to help me. But when I get into the nasty stuff, I back into it. Right, there's a stump right there. You can't see it, but there's a stump. Just going slow, taking your time, enjoying it. Bush hogging is actually fun. Use your mirrors. I been stopping about every 30 minutes and cleaning out my... Alright, hit a stump here. Let me pull this up. My problem when I first started bush hogging is I wanted to treat it like a lawnmower, and it ain't a lawnmower. Be able to be quick on that handle. Slip clutch, man, I'm telling you. Also, while you're cutting, look at where stumps may be on your next pass. But like I say, you gotta just take your time and keep your equipment clean. Really, that's the big thing. There's a clump of 3 little stumps right there. Let me back into it. Sometimes those clumps of grass and dirt will stomp you like a stump. Another thing you can do to help find stumps is the proximity of one stump to another. Normally they're, spaced out a couple of feet from each other. Once you see one, just be on the lookout for something else that's kind of in the proximity of the other one. A lot of trash here. My bad. I slammed that hitch down. But once I get done with this little section here, I'm going to stop, clean out my filters again. I haven't got nowhere near being hot on the tractor. Big old nasty pile. Always looking out for your cab. I don't know how thick that tree is. That's probably 2 inches. Let's try to take this one down. See what it does. It's gonna be hard to do with one hand. Let's see if I can get you in here. Not bad, huh? Pretty good. All right, time to blow out the tractor. One thing I forgot to mention, I've been cleaning out. Here's like all the radiators and coolers and stuff, and then the grill up front, obviously. But one thing I forgot to tell you guys I was cleaning out too is the air conditioning filters here. There's one on this side, and there's also one on the other side. I've been keeping those clean too. I've been blowing those out as well. Actually, at lunchtime, I actually took them off, cleaned them real good, and then put them back on because a little better than blowing. But anyway, I blew off the bush hog as well. Just trying to keep it clean, that's all. Everything's running good. Probably what I'll do is I'll back in, make a couple passes back into here. Instead of trying to drive through it, I'll just back into this area. Then I probably won't do nothing with that right there. And then just skim over this. Let me look and see if there's any stumps in it while looks like there's a a post there and a styrofoam box. Who's been out here eating? But I think there's a stump right there. We'll just raise up as we go over that. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but I hit it with my grapple. But I can just raise up over that as I go across it there, no big problem. And then just that half over there, we almost got this thing licked, fellas. We only been working on it for about 4 days. No, I'm just kidding, but man, look how it just looks so good. I've been seeing all kind of rabbits. I mean, big rabbits. So I hope I hadn't run over no baby rabbits. That would be sad. I don't think I have, but I've seen some pretty big jackrabbits running across through here as I've been cutting. But we don't have too much more to go. I honestly thought there was going to be more stumps here than what there were. But when they harvest the timber, you know, they leave them off pretty high, so you can see them pretty quick. And of course, if you got the grapple like I've got the grapple, you hit it with your grapple first. Probably not going to do anything in this section here. Eventually I'm going to take a bulldozer and just doze all this. But we opened up a lot of usable land here if we do that. So you can see I don't have too much more to do, just that little section right in there. That's where the swamp starts and all the deer come out of there. So I actually want to leave some of this stuff up so that deer can have some cover as they traverse back and forth to wherever they sleep at night. Look at that. That's why you bring a blower along with you. That's just crazy. You know, it's designed to do that. Bush hogging is nasty. Anyway, I'll get the blower and blow this out again. Constantly blowing it off, but I'm done. I'm done, look. So we just took our time. We didn't try to scalp anything. Kept a constant eye on our gauges. And we were able to get that part down there, down to the road, all of this, all down through there, then back through here. And then tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll get it tomorrow or not, but I gotta go up the hill and on that side too. Right down in there, and then went around that little tree right there, and then back out toward the big oak trees there. That's a lot, man. I've been on it a few hours now. I don't know how many hours it's been, but 3 or 4 maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't keep my watch on, but all right, got her all blowed off. That Homestead Implements 7-footer did a great job today. Click here to subscribe. Click here to watch another Homestead Implement video that we got with the Branson tractor. You're gonna love it. Look at the discount codes below. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.